Captain on the bridge.
Alright, captains, we are back here on the bridge, and today, yes, we got some things to go over from the Star Trek Online X feed, so on the screen. Yes, captains, before we get into this video, do us a huge favor and hit that like button. Help this video, but also help the overall channel. Of course, if you're new here, welcome. Consider subscribing here to the YouTube bridge. We're always on the lookout for like-minded captains to share our love, passion for Star Trek Online, but also things Star Trek. Now, with that said, here we go. Caps, you already saw the thumbnail. That is going to be the main meat and potatoes of this video. But of course, we will drop ECs also on the latest. So only other latest is this. A bonus marks event is about to kick off on all platforms tomorrow. Get more fleet and reputation marks throughout the game. So that starts tomorrow at the drop of this video, August 29th, and it goes until September 2nd. Again, this is on all platforms, so both console and PC bridge, and it'll be giving us a 50% 1.5 times bonus above normal amounts. So there you go, especially for newer captains. This is really good time to rack up your marks. So that is that, and now this is where we will focus our time. You already saw we did a live stream. We also posted the actual Deca stream there on the channel, and now we're going to go over the blog of the Trafalgar Command Juggernaut. So, equipped with some exciting new features, is coming to the Infinity Lockbox on PC. We all knew that was coming. Well, let's be honest here. Let's be honest here. We all knew it was going to be a lockbox ship, but our guess was correct that it was going to be the Atlas. So I'll give it that. I initially said in the video for the stream there that I was wrong because I saw Trafalgar, but then it is the Atlas. So I kind of just, it slipped my mind that they normally like change the ship's name when it's like a new skin, but this is where we're going to focus on. Now, I will admit 100% she's a beautiful looking ship. Like, it's not going to surpass the Galaxy, but it's a good looking ship. And again, it's TMP-ified, so it's the Atlas with a TMP skin, and it looks good. I love the deflector and how it looks. I love the whole Excelsior vibe that they're trying to sort of derive from. So it looks good. Now, I'll leave my ECs at the end there. Anyways, we'll go on here. So command the Trafalgar Command Juggernaut. Of course, captains can now receive the Trafalgar Command Juggernaut when opening the Infinity Lockbox. So the ongoing run of the Infinity Lockbox will soon be updated with the addition of an all-new starship, beginning alongside our major update on September 2nd. Players on PC will have the chance to pilot the Trafalgar Command Juggernaut, a powerful Federation vessel ready to utilize its robust design to be a robust sentry on the field of combat, with a full command primary specialization. That's not, no, it's command and, oh, sorry, yes, sorry, that is a full command, I guess, commander seating, but then also has pilot as second. Anyways, the ship will arrive on console platforms on September 30th. So caps on console, that is when it's coming. So again, I love these little images here. I definitely do appreciate it with all the specs right there, but we'll be going that over anyway. So Trafalgar Command Juggernaut. At the apex of tensions between the United Federation of Planets and the Klingon Empire in 2290, Starfleet commissioned the Trafalgar class Command Juggernaut to be the apex of Federation tactical command capability. These ships were meant to be a direct answer to the massive D9 class battlecruiser and a replacement to the aging Atlas class dreadnoughts fielded in the 2260s. Starfleet originally ordered 6 Trafalgars, but only the prototype was built before the Khitomer Accords made them obsolete. Now, Starfleet is reviving these long-lost Juggernauts to answer a new threat across space, time, and even multiple realities. The Trafalgar stands ready to do its duty. Capable of entering the fight and acting as a central hub for the fleet, the Trafalgar's updated design defines the nature of the ship and the innate lance designed to strike hard, to neutralize the larger threats so the surrounding fleet can act more freely. This starship features a Commander Tactical Command Special Seat and a Lieutenant Commander Universal Pilot Special Seat. The pilot and command combo doesn't make sense to me, but for me, Personally, it's a command ship. Captains, you already know I love me and my torp boats. So, yes. Performance-wise, we can make this work, definitely. Details. So, again, it is a tier 6 ship. You must complete the tutorial to use this. Hull mod 1.45, shield mod 1.2. It is a 5-3 weapon layout, device slot of 3. And again, the bridge officer stations, 1 commander tactical command, 1 lieutenant commander universal pilot, 1 lieutenant commander engineering, 1 lieutenant science, and 1 ensign universal. We can definitely make that work for a torp boat 100%. Even scatterball if we really wanted to. Consoles 5 tac, 4 eng, 2 psi. You can definitely make this a cannon / energy build with the 4 engineering because those isomags overperform the tactical slotted Spire consoles. Base turn rate 9, impulse mod 0.17, inertia 60, plus 15 weapon power and 5 engine power. Can equip dual cannons. Inspiration ship command. So what does it have for its cruiser command array? Strategic maneuvering, shield frequency modulation, and weapon system efficiency. No attract fire. Boo. Boo-hoo. Why not also give it that? Like it's supposed to be like the peak. So why not make it also able to be put into a tank? Sure. Great decisions there. Console, it is the universal Spirit of Sacrifice. Innate Lance, Impact, Strike, Lance. Starship Mastery Package is that of a Juggernaut, so plus crit chance, plus crit severity, plus hull regen, plus damage, and the Starship trait is Wild Critical. There's the Admiralty stats, Eng 41, Psi 22, TAC 63, Special plus 10, TAC per Eng ship. So here you go. Console, Universal Spirit of Sacrifice. Increasing the efficiency of the ship's subsystems helps the crew perform their duties, and Spirit of Sacrifice increases the efficiency of all bridge officer abilities by reducing that subsystem processing time. However, to do so at the highest efficiency, your shields, which is a joke in this game, need to be drained to 0, and that power is redirected to those subsystems. So, what does it do? Starship long-range targeting reduces damage penalty from distance, set to 0.13 for 2 seconds. Enables a mode for 2 seconds, sure. But what does it do? It sacrifices current shields to recharge all buff abilities. When activated, sacrifices current ship shields. Minus 14,000 cooldown of all, or seconds of all buff abilities. Minimum charge 15 seconds. Now, when I was listening to the stream and hearing them talk about this, they wanted this to be a meta changing, or the sort of the thought process was behind it to make it sort of another option for bridge officer cooldowns. I personally, from what I am reading and what I'm understanding, it's not going to do a lot for me. Why? Well, I don't necessarily participate in those high-end runs as much anymore. Do I get them to do here and there? Sure. But as of late, no. So the high-end runs, you're going to have a team configuration of 1 DPSer and everyone else's support. Usually, one of those supports is going to be a tank. So you're not going to get any threat at all. At least that is the goal. Having said that, you're still going to be losing shields. You're still going to be getting threat. So if you hit this console and then all your shields are gone, that's going to be fine, but I feel that's not going to really do much, in all honesty. I could be wrong. I will let those who have the knowledge to test this out and let us casual captains know if this is something. But it doesn't sound meta-breaking, is kind of what I'm getting at. I could be wrong, and if I am wrong, I will admit 100% that I'm wrong. But it's not doing much for me, really, to be honest. So, that's the console. The Innate Lance, Impact Strike Lance. Sounds good. The Impact Strike Lance uses subtle modifications of standard phaser energy and hits with such a resounding punch that it penetrates the enemy's shields by 50% and disrupts any enemy tactical systems, increasing your crit chance and reducing the impact of your enemy's critical hits for a few seconds. Now, again, I have said this before in previous videos, I'll say here again, why not give us a GIF of this? So I'm gonna have to go to the Deca stream here and try to show you, Caps, how this looks like. And we'll put the sound on so you can hear it.
After they're affected by this, they will crit you for less. You will take less damage. But also, it gives yourself, after firing this, a pretty long-lasting increase to your critical chance with your weapons. So it's a good idea to, like, on harder targets, bigger ships, this is a great way to opening salvo. Not only to get it focus in, because I think this does come from both these and the central array. Yeah.
Yeah, that's something I worked with.
So it looks good.
Like I said earlier, Toby one.
Not gonna lie, it does look good. I had to have Jeremy explain it himself. See that? See, okay, so this ship does look good. Okay, well, I'll be honest, it does look good. The Lance thing looks good. I wish the visual would stay a little longer, but it's gonna be locked to the ship, right? I'd almost rather that Lance be a console to replace the console that's coming with, but. So I just thought I'd show you there, but again, going back to what I said, Deca, if one of you guys watch this video, please just give us a GIF. You're giving us the console info, which is great. Just give us a visual representation. Just saying, my 2VCs. So again, there's the Impact Strike Lance, powerful phaser lance plus crit chance, full crit severity is minus crit severity. So it has 180 targeting arc. It's 8,273 phaser damage. 50% shield pen. Defoe minus 200 critical severity for weapons for 20 seconds, and to self plus 25 critical chance with weapons for 20 seconds. So sure, and it's locked to the ship, so you're gonna be flying the ship. This Impact Strike Lance is locked to the ship, so there's that. Now lastly, the Starship trait is Wild Critical. Starfleet developed technology to identify critical strikes, and it hits and call a Wild Weasel shuttlecraft out of warp to help distract the enemy. So your ship can either take advantage of the distraction or move out of the heat of combat more safely. Every critical you receive or apply to or from an enemy every 10 seconds summons a Wild Weasel shuttlecraft to assist, and those craft will remain in the combat zone for 60 seconds and then warp out once their action is complete. So right there, when inflicting or receiving a critical hit, summons a Wild Weasel shuttlecraft for every 10 seconds, max 5. Affects foe. When inflicting or receiving a critical hit, summons a Wild Weasel shuttlecraft. Each shuttlecraft can last 60 seconds. So, sure, if this is what you're only working, if this is your first promo ship, and you're building up your traits collection, your console collection, yeah, it'll work, I think. But is it a high-end thing? I don't think so, in all honesty. But is it good for pet builds? Maybe. Why not? Why not? If you want to summon everything possible in space with your ship, this could be added to that bag. And it'll just be a whole map full of pets. But as for the ship and its features, Spirit of a Sacrifice, not doing much for me, to be honest. The Impact Strike Lance, I like the look of it, but it's locked to the ship. I would rather that actually have been the console, to be honest. And the Starship trait doesn't sound too exciting personally. Where this shines for me is two things. The fact that it is a command ship, and it looks pretty. I'm not gonna lie, it looks pretty. Like, you can totally see the influence of the Excelsior that they took on, which looks awesome. I'm not gonna lie. So for me personally, this ship is on the list. And of course, every ship released in the calendar year it's released in, always remember, Captain, you can get that ship in next year's event prize campaign. So putting this against the recently released Yod Thought Green ship, I definitely would, of course, pick this 100%. I want the Breen ship for the extended trade file, but if I had to pick between the two, again, personally, I would pick the Trafalgar Command Juggernaut. Now, the other point I guess I will point out here for this ship, I wish that they really gave all its stats to the Proxima. I feel like that ship, whenever I'm reading anything about the Trafalgar, is explaining and describing the Proxima. I'm still beating that dead horse. I'm sorry. Having said that, this ship can be fun for me because our playstyle is torpedo, and it's a 5-3, so definitely something we can have fun with. And if you want to put cannons on it, go have at her. You can definitely use that and boost it with ISOMAGs. It has 4 engineering slots and 5 TAC. Usually the common knowledge is that ISOMAGs outperform the Spire tactical consoles, so there is that. So again, beautiful looking ship, definitely on my list. Captains, I'd like to know your thoughts on the ship, either looks, performance, traits, consoles. Let me know in the comments below. That's going to be it for the vid, so hit that like button. Again, if you're new here, consider subscribing to the YouTube bridge, and we'll leave it on this note.
Live long and prosper.